So we are going to start our discussion on larynx. Larynx is the voice box which extends from C3 to C6 vertical. So the larynx is like this from C3 to C6, and at C6 it continues as trachea. So larynx continues as trachea at C6. The laryngopharynx continues as esophagus again at C6. So this C6 level is important. This is where trachea starts. This is where esophagus also starts. C6. Larynx ends at C6. Laryngopharynx, about which we have not yet discussed, that also ends at C6. Larynx is in length 44 millimeter will be how much? And 36 millimeters in females. So in case of males and females, this is the length of the larynx. Okay? The larynx is made up of, the whole structure of the larynx is made up of cartilages, muscles, ligaments, joints, membranes, नहीं हो गया अटेंडेंस आने का membranes. Okay, so these are the various structures which make up larynx. Okay, so now we will start with the first thing, that is cartilages. Cartilages of the larynx are classified by two ways. One, based on the type of cartilage, what type of cartilage it is. Okay, based on what type of cartilage it is. And two, whether it is paired or unpaired. Paired or unpaired. Okay. So type of cartilage, whether it is elastic or whether it is hyaline. So elastic cartilage, the cartilages which come under elastic are epiglottis, corniculate cartilage, cuneiform cartilage, corniculate cuneiform, corniculate cartilage, cuneiform cartilage, and arytenoid cartilage, arytenoid. A cartilage apex only. Apex is elastic. Apex is elastic. Okay. Hyaline cartilage are thyroid cartilage, cricoid cartilage, and arytenoid base. Arytenoid base. So this arytenoid cartilage is specially meant for examiners asking in Viva. What is it? Base is hyaline, apex is elastic. Okay. So epiglottis, corniculate, cuneiform and arytenoid apex are elastic. Thyroid, cricoid and arytenoid base are. Now depending upon whether it is paired or unpaired, you understand? Paired मतलब single है या ऐसे. So those who are single, कौन है वो? Thyroid, cricoid, epiglottis. Thyroid, cricoid, epiglottis. Okay? तो अगर आपको कोई कल पूछता है आर यू सिंगल, बोलेगा अनपेयर्ड. अनपेयर्ड, तो उससे आपको याद रहेगा, क्या याद रहेगा? थायराइड कार्टिलेज. क्या? टू वेज ऑफ क्लासिफाइंग कार्टिलेज, पेयर्ड एंड अनपेयर्ड. तो मेडिकल कॉलेज में व्हाट टर्म यू शुड यूज? Unpaired. And what are paired? Arytenoid. There are two arytenoid cartilages. There are two corniculate cartilages. There are two cuneiform cartilages. They are paired. Okay. Thyroid, cricoid, epiglottis are unpaired. Only one. There are only one. Arytenoid, corniculate, cuneiform are two. Paired. Two on each side. So now let us study the cartilages, how they are. Thyroid cartilage is like there are two laminae of thyroid cartilage, one right and one left. These laminae meet along the anterior border or angle of the thyroid cartilage. This angle is 90 degree in males, and therefore there is an Adam's apple which we see in males. This is 120 degree in females, and therefore this prominence of Adam's apple, laryngeal prominence. Adam's apple is a layman's term. Laryngeal prominence. Laryngeal prominence is not seen in females because the two laminae of the thyroid cartilage meet at an angle of 120 degree. Okay. So this is one lamina, this is other lamina. Each lamina posteriorly shows a cornu. So there is superior cornu, and inferior cornu. This superior cornu is connected with the hyoid cartilage by thyrohyoid ligaments. Inferior cornu forms a joint with cricoid. Cartilage. Okay. On thyroid, another important landmark is there. On each side, there is oblique line of thyroid cartilage. What is the significance of this? This sternothyroid muscle gets inserted here. Sternothyroid. Inferior constrictor of the pharynx takes origin from here. You remember we studied thyroid cartilage at that time, thyroid gland. At that time we said the thyroid swelling always goes downwards because the sternothyroid muscle is inserted here. So it doesn't allow the thyroid swelling to grow upwards. So that is the oblique line. Cricoid cartilage is ring shaped. If you see the ring by the side, this is how you see a ring, right? If you see the ring by the side, okay? So this this is the lamina and this is the arch. Okay, so there are two parts of the cricoid cartilage, arch and lamina. From posterior aspect, you will only see cricoid like this, the lamina. Okay, so this is how the cricoid cartilage is, arch and lamina. Arch. So arch is the ring. So something like this. So this is the lamina and arch is like this. Okay, so this is how the cricoid cartilage is. And in front of that is thyroid. Now thyroid cartilage is open posterior. Thyroid cartilage is open posterior. Okay, in males it is like this, in females it is like this. Now on the posterior aspect of the thyroid cartilage, from here, from the inner side takes origin epiglottis. So the two laminae will be like this, or epiglottis isolated. Okay. So if I look from the front, from inside the epiglottis will take origin. I will only see the epiglottis here. This is epiglottis. So epiglottis is attached on the inner side of the thyroid lamina. Epiglottis. So epiglottis will have an anterior surface and posterior surface. Anterior surface and posterior surface. Now if I take a section, see how things look like. A sagittal section. Thyroid laminae, cricoid arch, cricoid lamina, epiglottis. This is epiglottis. This is thyroid. This is cricoid arch. This is cricoid lamina. And on top of this cricoid, on top of the cricoid is arytenoid. Top of the cricoid is arytenoid. But arytenoid is paired. So I said that this is how you are looking from the posterior aspect. When you are looking from the posterior aspect, you will see two arytenoid cartilages. Two arytenoid cartilages. Now arytenoid cartilage has two processes. Now what is this view? This is a sagittal view where this is anterior and posterior. इसमें एक प्रोसेस दिख रहा है हमको और ये हमारा पोस्टीरियर व्यू है, इसमें एक प्रोसेस दिख रहा है. Each arytenoid cartilage is like this. There is an anterior process called as vocal process and a lateral process called muscular process. So the left side arytenoid will be like this. Right side arytenoid will be like this. What is this process? Vocal process to which vocal cords are attached. Muscular process to which muscles are attached. It has three surfaces: posterior, anterolateral. So this is anterolateral, and medial. So medial surface, posterior surface, and anterolateral surface. Apex, base, and two processes. Parts of arytenoid cartilage: apex, base. This is muscular process. Apex, base. This is vocal process. Okay. And there are three surfaces: medial, posterior, and anterolateral. Okay. corniculate and cuneiform. Here there is a membrane called as airy epiglottic membrane, and in this membrane there are these two cartilages, corniculate and cuneiform. Corniculate and cuneiform, they are elastic cartilages. इससे ज़्यादा उनके बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं है. जैसे महाभारत 5 पांडव, 3 तो आपको सबको मालूम है. तो माद्री के 2 पुत्र थे, उनका नाम क्या था? उसके ज़्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन है आपके पास. वैसे ही corniculate and cuneiform. Only information, they are elastic, they are paired, they are in the airy epiglottic membrane. बस. Now let's start talking about muscles of the larynx. Okay. So talking about the muscles of the larynx, the first muscle which we talk about, we are looking from the posterior side. When we are looking from the posterior side, this is the lamina of the cricoid, right? This is arytenoid. So we are talking about muscle number 1, and the name of that muscle is posterior cricoarytenoid. Posterior cricoarytenoid. Posterior cricoarytenoid. Now understand this muscle. This muscle is like this, attached to the posterior aspect of the vocal process. So when it contracts, it will pull the posterior, the vocal process posterior. Sorry, the muscular process posterior. It is attached to the muscular process posterior. So one side arytenoid becomes like this, other side arytenoid becomes like this. So in short, what is happening is abduction of the vocal cords. This is the safety muscle of the larynx. So we show it normally like this, you know, whenever we have to show the actions, we put our hands like this. So these are the two arytenoids. What is this process? What is this thumb indicating? So posterior cricoarytenoid is attached here, posterior. So when it contracts, what happens? Abduction of vocal. So this is posterior cricoarytenoid muscles, abduction of vocal cords. Okay. The next muscle, 2, transverse arytenoid. I would prefer that you draw a separate diagram for each muscle, which what the way I am drawing. Transverse arytenoid. So it is like this. Between the two arytenoids, it is single. Okay, इसका ये one of the single muscles in the body. Okay, तो इसका कोई पैर नहीं, right transverse arytenoid, left में. Okay, so what is its action? So action of this muscle, शादी में अगर आपने देखा है मतलब ये कभी कभी ये सिंगल लोग आ जाते हैं ना वहाँ पे, और फिर वो क्या कहाँ खड़े रहते, कपल्स आते तो वैसा हस्बैंड इस साइड, वाइफ उस साइड, वाइफ के साइड में, ये सिंगल आ जाते तो वो कहाँ खड़ा रहता है, और फिर वो क्या करते हैं दोनों को एडक्शन, एडक्शन ऑफ वोकल कॉर्ड्स। हमारे भी दोस्त दोस्त में झगड़ा हो जाता है तो एक आधा ऐसा रहता है यार, दोनों को साथ में लाओ। So though arachnoids they come closer, so through vocal process they come closer. Okay, adduction, adduction of the vocal cord. 3. Oblique arytenoid. Oblique arytenoid. This is the lamina. Now you are oriented. We are looking at the posterior aspect. We are looking at the posterior aspect. This is which process? Vocal process, cricoid. Oblique arytenoids run like this. From muscular process of one arytenoid to apex of other. Muscular process of one arytenoid to apex of other. Oblique arytenoid. Again, action will be adduction. Action will be adduction. Sorry? Posteriorly. Adduction, adduction. See, because it also brings them together. It doesn't cause, आपको ऐसा लगता रहेगा कि ये ऐसा करेगा, नहीं ऐसा नहीं करता. It runs more like this so that it brings the two arytenoids together. For that to happen, what you are thinking, for that one arytenoid has to be stable so that it can pull the that doesn't happen. 4. Muscle number 4. Now we are looking from the lateral aspect. Lateral aspect है, ये cricoid, arch and lamina है. This is arytenoid. This is vocal process और ये muscular process. Lateral cricoarytenoid. What is the name of this muscle? Lateral cricoarytenoid. It runs from cricoid to anterior surface of the muscular process. So understand this. So this is coming from here to here. So it makes the arytenoid like this. Coming from here anteriorly and getting attached to anterior surface of the muscular process. Posterior cricoarytenoid was on the posterior surface. Okay. So because it is on the anterior surface, it will pull the muscular process anterior. So what will it cause? Adduction. There is only one abductor of the vocal cords. What is that? Posterior cricoarytenoid. Why? Because it is attached to the posterior surface of the muscular processes. Okay. So there are 3 adductors: transverse arytenoid, oblique arytenoid and lateral cricoarytenoid. You are done with these 4 muscles? Understood it clearly? Okay. So on the hand, I go like this: posterior cricoarytenoid, transverse arytenoid, oblique arytenoid and lateral cricoarytenoid. Okay. Now moving ahead, we just spoke about till now about the things, the actions happening at the level of vocal cord. Vocal cord, also called as glottis, this opening is called as rima glottis. It's like a sphincter. So functions of the larynx is speaking, but main function of the larynx, some books consider is that it's a sphincter at the upper end of the trachea, because foreign particles don't go in. Drop of water goes ऊपर देखो. So it doesn't allow a drop of water also. Speaking is in human beings, yes. For lower animals, it is more of a sphincter. Okay. Now, about the larynx. Now, to tell you about inlet of larynx, because the next muscles are related to that. Let me draw how a section of larynx looks like. This is cricoid, thyroid. What is this? Epiglottis. What is this? What is this? Arytenoid. Airy epiglottic fold. I have not yet spoken about the membranes of the larynx. So there is a fold, a mucous fold which runs from arytenoid to epiglottis called as airy epiglottic fold. So this membrane, which is called as quadratic membrane. So this is how the laryngeal membranes are. There are two membranes, quadratic membrane, conus elasticus, and this lower border of the quadratic membrane is called as vestibular folds. Vestibular folds. And this is the vocal cord. So this looks like a false vocal cord. So things sometimes go till here, and that's where we get a cough reflex. This opening is called as inlet of larynx. Between the two vocal cords, I cannot show the two vocal cords here, I can just show one because you are looking from this side. Okay? So that is the rima glottis opening. So this is called an opening of the larynx, inlet of the larynx. Okay? So at the inlet there are no vocal cords. Vocal cords are at this level. So there is this muscle called as airy epiglotticus. What is the name? Airy epiglotticus. The oblique arytenoids continue upwards as a muscle called as airy epiglotticus. That is our muscle number 5. Airy epiglotticus. So what does this muscle do? Try to pull the epiglottis down to close the inlet of larynx, and that is the action of this muscle. Closes inlet of larynx. This is more theoretical, doesn't happen as such. The inlet doesn't go, but the action of this muscle is to pull the epiglottis towards the arytenoid to close the inlet of larynx. So you are understanding, adduction will close the rima glottis. Adduction will bring the two vocal cords together. But that doesn't close the inlet of larynx. Inlet of larynx is here. Muscle number 6. I would like to show it in the same diagram, but आपको मैंने बोला हर एक के लिए अलग diagram. Muscle number 6 is like this, running from thyroid to epiglottis. Thyro एपिग्लॉटिकस, एपिग्लॉटिकस। सो वो क्या करेगा, एपिग्लॉटिस को ऐसे पुल करेगा। सो व्हाट विल बी इट्स एक्शन, opens the inlet of larynx. You understood? So thyroepiglotticus is here. So understand this. This is epiglottis. Ariepiglotticus will cause like this, closes the inlet of larynx. Thyroepiglotticus will is attached to this side of epiglottis. It will open the inlet of larynx. Okay? If I am the epiglottis, the ariepiglotticus will pull me like this to close the inlet. Thyroepiglotticus is attached to, will bring me like this to open the inlet. Okay? Now coming to the last three muscles of the larynx. Last three muscles of the larynx. Now we are looking from the side. This is thyroid cartilage. This is cricoid. Right? Cricoid के टॉप पे क्या है? एरेक्नॉइड. एरेक्नॉइड से क्या जा रहा है? vocal cord. Right? Now here is a muscle. Here is a muscle called as, it runs like this, cricothyroid muscle. What is the name of this muscle? Cricothyroid muscle. Initially when I spoke, I said larynx is made up of cartilages, joints, membranes. So joints, where is this joint? Cricothyroid joint. Axis is transverse. Around this transverse axis, this is cricoid. Look here. Around this transverse axis, the cricoid may go like this and like this. Now any one of you tell me, if cricoid becomes like this, what will happen to open cord? Huh? Close me. Another good word. Yes? Yes? कोई बोला है? Yes? Tense. They will tense. Vocal cord ऐसे जा रही. Tenses the vocal cord, and this muscle is cricothyroid. Cricothyroid tenses the vocal cord. Cricothyroid. It is the only intrinsic muscle which is situated on the outer aspect of the thyroid. Right now I am only speaking about intrinsic muscle. I have not yet spoken about extrinsic muscles. Cricothyroid. So वो जब contract करेगा, तो it will go like this on the top of the arachnoid. So this will get vocal cords to get tense. So if I have to show in the action, I will show you this. What happens to arachnoid? This is the one which is responsible for pitch of the voice, timbre of the voice. Cricothyroid. गिटार कभी तो हाथ में नहीं आ रहे, बजाने को नहीं आ रहे लोग. स्ट्रिंग्स होते हैं, इसका हाई पिच स्ट्रिंग कौन सा है? नीचे का. क्यों? वो सबसे ज्यादा टेंस रहता है। ऊपर हाई पिच, और हाई पिच वॉइस is there in singers. What is riyaz? Why they do riyaz? To reach that high pitch. Why Lata Mangeshkar, when she used to take in the mic in the hand and say, and when we try to do that, then suddenly, sorry, मेरा गला थोड़ा गला नहीं, तुम्हारा पिच खराब. Okay, so that is high pitch. This thyroid is supplied by external laryngeal nerve, which was very close to superior thyroid artery. Near to the gland or away from the gland? Away from the gland. So therefore superior thyroid artery has to be ligated near the gland. And if you ligate away from the gland, you will ligate external laryngeal nerve, which will supply the hypothyroid, and the person will be able to talk but will lose the pitch of the voice. Will lose the pitch of the voice permanently. Okay? So very important muscle. The next. This is muscle, not vocal cord. And the name of that muscle is thyroarytenoid. 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 So it will relax the vocal cord. What is the action of this muscle? Relax vocal cord. This is tenses vocal. So you have to show. What is this? What is this? Relaxes vocal. And the last one. Last one. Now this is how the vocal cords are attached here to the thyroid. This is the vocal process. Now this muscle is like this, and the name of this muscle is vocals. वो आड़ा टेढ़ा ही है, इसके लिए मैंने उसको लास्ट में रखा है. ये ऐसा पुल करेगा तो anterior part will become tense, right? And posterior part of the vocal cord will become relax. बराबर नहीं, ऐसे बीच में से खींचेगा और वो पोस्टीरियरली है, मतलब थोड़ा सा ऐसे खींचेगा तो ये रिलैक्स हो जाएगा. ये एंटीरियर पार्ट में vocals. So that's about the muscles of the larynx.